Hee-ho. Yes, we are alive. We actually are live, and hello everyone, yes, we're live, and I am saying words that I normally say, and I swore to myself I wasn't going to say them, but my hand was forced, so hello to you. Where'd the A come from? Hello, JB. Buenas noches, Alphon, I guess, is the correct word. Anton is here as well! Oh, next you'll be telling me that Total T and Yuri are gonna turn up, and wow, my cup runneth over. So, bring up the team, I guess. I would say, oh come now, I did that in 2015 as well, but no I didn't, I started streaming this year, unless I did start streaming last year, and wait, hang on, I don't remember now. I think I did some streams at the end of last year, that doesn't matter. Oh wow, Don, I cry so many sads. When is the deadline for your YSC National Final, by the way, because I keep meaning to vote in it and I keep not having time. Also, I should probably actually... There we go. And in the meantime, people can inform me of my audio balancing skills with, like, 2 capital L's and then a lowercase z. And Elliot's here as well, apparently, unless it's someone else masquerading as him by way of the Eurotrip account. Which will be uploading a video sometime, either during or after this stream. Okay, yeah, I'll be able to vote by then. Hopefully that applies to Sebastian as well, but we've just started the stream, so allow me to lean at an awkward angle. And really, I had the game volume turned up at Alphon's request last week, and I know this because I just watched last week's stream. I feel like that's exactly the same as before. I'll go to 7%. Is that any better, Jamie? Have I improved at all? Maybe it's just that my microphone's quieter, because I don't know. No, there is just 2 of me. It could just be that my microphone's quieter because I have had to turn down the sensitivity because my new computer reads the microphone differently, so if I do that, am I, like, is that better or do I sound distorted? Because I've had to mess with some settings backstage. Well done, Jamie. But yeah, is the sound fine? Because, anyway, there's something that I actually... Okay, there are 2 somethings that I want to do. I lowered it by 1%, Jamie. Fuckity wow. Now, there are 2 things I want to do in this stream. First of all, before we make any actual meaningful progress... Carlos, hello, welcome back. I'm so happy to see... Like, I am legitimately this happy just to see people. But, like, I'm temporarily bringing Petra back onto the team because there's something that I asked Upscale8 to remind me of, and she's on holiday at the moment, so she kind of can't, but just because I asked her, I remember asking. So, while we're here as well, actually, I should take the, if I'm remembering rightly, yep, the focus band, and if that does what I think it does, then I can give that to Amir Obama, because he has Endeavor, which means that if we can not die by holding on with 1 HP, then that means we can use Endeavor to get the opponent down to 1 HP, so that's good times there. And I guess I'll give Petra the King's Rock. And I would say, I'm sorry you're having to spend money on me, but I guess that's not an issue. Now, first things first, I am the realist. Drop it, let the whole world feel this. Something about giving lessons in physics, I don't know, I'm not Iggy Azalea. Or am I? Dun dun dun. But yeah, there was a thing back here, and as I said, I asked Upscale8 to remind me, but I don't think she can be with us this week because she's on holiday with her boyfriend, and if she turns up in the chat, then hello, but otherwise, then. But there's an item back here somewhere that I kind of want to grab, because I've been looking for one for ages. And I swear to God, am I... Nope, there it is, okay. Well, that's slightly erotic. I finally found the fucking leaf stone that I was looking for. So we can finally evolve Petra. But you see, there's one problem that I have with Petra, because... Okay, Carlos, well, I'll be here for like an hour and a half, maybe more. So, peace to you too. But yeah, I'm finally evolving Petra because I didn't realize this was here. And now I did some fact-checking between the last stream and this one. And it turns out that Petra's really not going to be that much useful anymore. Like, she doesn't really get any more good moves, so... Well, I suppose that's alright then, Alphon. So I've been toying with the idea of getting Petra off the team for the moment, maybe getting her back on later down the line. But for now, I was feeling like putting her into the PC and then getting a new Pokemon, which I believe it's this point in the game we get one for free from this town. So I was considering doing that. Although I'm going to see what level we receive it at so that I can determine for certain whether it's worth our while. Because I still haven't picked... bugger. While we were on that route, I should have stopped in at the Weather Institute to pick up that free cast form that they were going to give us. Oh well. So Petra's evolved now. Thing is, whether she stayed as a Nuzleaf or whether she evolved, like, she still wouldn't have got any decent attack moves, and she can't learn any attack moves in this generation that are any good, so... Okay, apparently I can't do this yet. But at some point, this guy gives you a free Pokemon, so... Anyway, oh, sleep is for the weak and the Danish. Oh, wait. That was just me playing on the fact that you're Danish. Congratulations. Also, the bloody... the chat is slightly wonky. I'll have to fix that in just a second. Any new... Like what? Oh wait, Jamie, you're right. Actually, that does remind me. And hang on, before I do anything else, the chat's gonna bother me if I don't do this. But if I just swoop over here and there we go. That's better. There we go. So yeah, strictly speaking. Okay, wow, Jamie, just adding some shade in there where it's completely not called for. Dear oh dear. But yeah, I don't have any specific YSC news apart from, yep, we sure had a YSC. But a tangential thing is, so within the last week, one of my friends, Joth, she was my Shadow Sage during Master Quest, if you've not seen it. Well, anyway, she finally convinced me to get Discord, which is kind of like Skype, but better. And it's sort of like Skype, but a social network. Also, I totally should have thought that. Anyway, and I was thinking of setting up like a community chat server for the YSC on Discord. So, how many people here use Discord, and would that be a thing that people are interested in either way? Yes! Well, as far as I'm aware, she's, I know at one point she's going through a thing with her gender identity, and I think she like, she doesn't identify as genderless, but like, she doesn't care about pronouns, but she's biologically female, so there you go. Anyway, so yeah. Okay, well, Discord then. I will set up a YSC server then, and we can collectively chat it. So Relicanth, hello. Dropping things. I can ice beam it because it's part rock type, but ice is good against one of them. Not this one though. Actually, that's a good question because I don't remember offhand. It's probably really obvious. Slovakia. Oh yeah. Slovakia is cute. I like it. So sweet. Damn, Ben just charging in like some sort of aggressive potato. But I tell you what though. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I do really like the Argentinian song. It just makes me so happy. So I'm happy because like this is the first time Argentina has qualified for a YSC final. So good times there. If I'm remembering rightly, then Alphon, you can tell Luthia that I said congratulations, or enhorabuena, or felicitaciones, or whatever the correct parlance is. And I shall try to get this fish wet from underwater so that I can get it into the catchable zone. And I was in the wrong semi-final for Moldova, but what was the deal with the apples in the bed? With your weird-ass video. Ultra Ball. Drink it, then convert it to pee. Well, that's just unfiven. That's... Wait, hang on. I said words that aren't words. You're welcome. Well, tell Luthia I said that then. Also, I have the obligatory stream email, and oh my goodness, Relic had stopped resisting my balls. By the way, for those who aren't aware, I'm really happy that Antarctica qualified because I'm making up for last month. Because Antarctica, yeah. Ah! I keep dropping my things because my legs are at a weird angle. And yeah, the American video, strange. I feel like it would have had more impact if the cheerleaders only threw up for like 1 or 2 shots, but nope, just have them constantly bathing glitter. This one doesn't catch it, I'm just going to make it dead, because I don't have any particular need for a Relicanth. Oh, really? Oh yeah, people have been, like, you're not the only one, Jay, but like, people have been really kind of, he says completely disobeying his own, yeah. Yeah, there's been quite a bit of Finland salt, and, like, to be fair, it didn't get the lowest score out of all of the songs, in absolute fairness. And like, I didn't really have any strong opinions about the song, it was just, yeah, it was alright. Although I do find it funny that, like, the entire music video is him talking about, oh yeah, I really love her body, and then the music video is literally just him. Like, about 99% of the video is him, even though he's talking about her body making me go crazy or whatever. Like, yeah, oh, well, we caught it in the end, so... But it came last because it received the fewest points. That's how this contest works. But yeah, I didn't vote in that semi-final, so I don't have any... Well, I have had some people ask about the Besançon Craig Eurovision Awards, and like, I just haven't been bothered updating the wiki pages, but like, literally 50% of those are determined by score alone, so I thought people had stopped caring, because like, best overall is just automatically the top 2 from the final. And most, like, the candidates for most underrated are always either the bottom 2 in a regular contest, or last place to reach semi-final in semi-final editions, so it automatically qualifies for that. But I've just stopped updating the book. But anyway, we need a nickname for this thing. I might just... You know what, never mind, I've got a name for it. It's a pun, because it's a fish that lives in the sea, and people are getting salty about Finland. Salty Finns. I made a funny. But why can't people just... Why can't people think that my song is the best song ever? Because Antarctica for the win, obviously. We will host it in the Australian Antarctic territory, and also, how does that make any sense? Because Kyria is like Japanese for cut, so... Figgy berry! Hee-ho. Well, I'm glad that people, at least there are some people who like my song, like... I'm gonna say that at the very least, I've had one person congratulate me on qualifying, and one person say they really like my song, so... I'm glad that there's at least some Antarctica hype out there, because like everyone's like, oh my god, Canada, oh my god, Norway, and I'm just like, Antarctica though. Of course, that says nothing about how the votes have been going. I'm just as a general responses that I've been seeing in comments and messages and whatever. And I swear to god, if the Pokemon Center's on the other side of the city. I actually don't remember what happens in the story at this point in the game, like... I know we have to be here at some point, but not right now. I think there's another cave we have to find in the sea, and I kind of don't want to go into the sea. Because it's clocks and guns and Jesus. But, you know, I'm actually half tempted to, I guess you can, Anton, but, like, it's whatever, you do you. I feel like halfway through this stream, I'll just pause the stream and then go onto Discord and then set up the YSC server and then come back, but I feel like that would kind of be a bad idea because then there'd be people voice chatting at me while I'm doing the stream. Because, of course, you can't just close Discord once you open it. Don't mind me and my, rambling. Okay, so it's been really hot in the UK at the moment, and so I've got a fan on to cool my bedroom down, and it just blew like half of my hair into my mouth. Yeah, there we go. Now, I want to get rid of Jamali, but we need her to get to the next part of story, and I know it's around somewhere, but I don't remember where, but that doesn't matter because for the moment, I'm gonna go to Slateport. And now, I will reveal, I gave 10 points to Mexico, and so I'm very sad they didn't qualify, but, Mexico. That was a curious incident of the dog in the nighttime. Yeah. Yay, we do have another one of these. Now, where's the guy? Oh, actually, that reminds me. I don't know how many people follow the show in the chat here, but clearly you should if you're a fan of me. But Monday and Tuesday of this week, I've been introducing my mother to Steven Universe, and we've binge-watched like half of Season 1, and just fun times are being had. And then, unfortunately, she's busy for the rest of this week, but then next Monday we'll be just blitzing through the rest of Series 1, and then just watching as many episodes as we can. Fun times. Yeah, I like the Mexican song. And, oh yay, it's this. Yeah, I agree. Like, Sweden overhype are not a fun time. And I shall express no opinions about their YSC entry because they are a country that I could potentially vote for, and so I don't want to spoil my resultatos. My resulty tomatoes, my hee-hoes. Now, who's got the shirt? Who's wearing the shirt? Wait, hang on. Yeah, okay. Cleo, I'm hearing you, Cleo. But at the same time... Wait, no, Obama needs the focus band. Things to say out of context. I do feel bad for Moldova, because... This was a particularly good entry of theirs in the YSC, they just didn't qualify. But then again, they've been sending quality entries to actual Eurovision and not qualifying, so... Twiddle diddle diddle dum dee hee ho. Okay. Did I ever actually tell that story, by the way? Because I feel like I haven't. But I was talking to one of my friends. I call him Canadian Alex, or just Canada, or my pet Canadian. A Canadian with whom I am friends. And one time, because like we have this really extensive history of just like basically we've been talking to each other, like we've had this ongoing flow of shitposts dating back to 2010. That's entirely our conversation history. And by the way, it wasn't me that did the images, that was entirely Europe Scalo 8. But anyway, where was I? So one day earlier this year, the second time it was Europe Scalo 8, not me. I don't do the, like, I do the theme art, but not the actual pictures in the recap, so throw it at someone else. Because, like, particularly, this month, I've been really too busy to do, like, this stuff, apart from the theme art, so... Like, I do the stuff that appears at the start of the video, but not the actual things in the recap. Like, I do the lower third thing that have, like... If it's animated, I do it, apart from the background of the recaps this time, so... Like, the spinning film reel stuff, that was Laura, but the thing along the bottom that says the country and the singer and whatever, like, that was me. But the picture was Europe Scalo 8. Anyway, so, yeah. Canadian Alex, Super Alex 641 to use his YouTube name. And that was entirely me, though. I did some final results videos. Don't die, Super Tom. Fuck. Sebastian, hello. Okay, so, at some point earlier this year, I'll get to the point of this story eventually, I promise. Wait, this was a very bad idea. Shit. It was like 3 in the morning, and I came up with this ridiculous, like, we were saying words at each other, and this sort of nursery rhyme sounding piece of shit just appeared in my head, and so I had to share it with him, and we were just giggling like crazy, and it was kind of awesome. And so I'm just there, like, imagining the legend of little shitty Shumpkin who shat upon a pumpkin, twiddle diddle diddle dum dee hee ho. And it's taken a lot of practice for me to be able to say that without dying of laughter, but then again, I'm sure it's not that funny out of context, so... Pumpkin noises. Also, I totally meant to buy some more revives, and it completely slipped my mind, so... Soupy Tom's death is not canon. Fuck your magical leaf. As I said, fuck your magical leaf. Deary me. Well, I feel like, having Firework for Portugal now isn't anywhere near as much of a point of contention as it would have been, like, in the early days of online song contests, because, like, there was someone who was going to send Catarina Pereira's Mea Culpa to next month, and then they seemed to have forgotten and have sent a different entry instead. And, like, I'm feeling that more than I would feel towards Firework, because there are some overused, instantly do-well songs in online song contests, and Firework doesn't seem like one of them. Like, I'm okay with it being in the contest. Yeah, anyway. Is it not here that sells revives? God damn it. Yeah, I have no objection to having Firework in the contest. Like, as I said, I object to stuff like Mea Culpa and Sia's Chandelier, and, like, it was actually because of Chandelier and some other songs like that I put in the no overused songs in the first place rule in the... I put in a rule against sending overused songs, and that's since become a thing that I enforce, but I haven't had to enforce it all that much recently, so... And I'm buying 31 because I'm going to use one on Soupy Tom, because I meant to buy it earlier and I completely forgot. So yes, once again, fucking with the rules, but I don't care. And also, special defense... Yeah, okay. That's actually a really legitimate strategy, Alphon. I'm surprised. That's actually really clever. I completely didn't think of that. But then again, I've never actually heard the song in full before this YSC, so... But then again, I have to listen to it a whole bunch when I'm editing the videos, so I suppose it all works out. Now then. Well, fly us back to Slateport. We could be making progress, but instead we're faffing around in the trick house. Now, I do wonder, and of course I have part of the answer because I'm the one receiving the votes and, like, processing them and stuff, but I do wonder, will Alphon be the second person ever to break the curse of the auto-qualifiers? Because with, I don't know, Sebastian, it just... I don't know. I've never had any issues with it, so I honestly couldn't tell you. But yeah. I've completely forgotten what I was saying. What have YouTube messages got to do with blood tests, Ben? You're worrying us all. Shit. I totally did not mean to touch that. Yeah, okay. Right, so that's where I was. In the YOC, every time we've had an edition with semi-finals, the auto-qualifiers tend to do really badly. Apart from... There was one time where I didn't do badly. That was the worst way I could have told that story. Yeah, in the 14th edition, I had auto-qualified because I had won the 13th edition. And... yeah. I ended up winning, is essentially the bottom line. Is I won the 14th edition despite being an auto-qualifier. And, no one since then has ever been able to do that well. So... yeah, there's... the curse of auto-qualifiers. Sometimes auto-qualifiers do badly. Even, well, no. Every time apart from the one time that was me, auto-qualifiers do badly. Glad I finally got to say that in articulate terms. Yeah, there probably is a button for it, so... woof. Just woof, that is all. Hopefully we can get through this asshole without any more casualties. Now, who am I leading with? Still Soupy Tom, still Soupy Tom. He's one level away from evolving, I think? But anyway, the point I was getting to is... like, this is no comment on how the votes have been going so far. I feel like if anyone can break the auto-qualifier's curse, it would probably be Alphon. Because there's been, like, a fair amount of hype just around the Spanish song for this month's YSC, so... we shall see what happens. I wish you good luck. And I have with me some stream water, because it is hot and unpleasant over here, so I'm gonna take a drink of that. Should I change Pokemon and... well done, Anton. I keep almost saying Alphon, but I know who I mean. Don't mind me just taking a drink there. And much as I'd like to get Freddy to evolve, realistically, Soupy Tom is the best choice here. And honestly, Jamie, it probably will have changed, but just... it's going to take a while before it appears. Like, it's not going to appear on this stream, I don't think, because I have to clear my browser cookies and stuff before it turns up. But I should change to Beret. She would have been better for this. Really, Soupy Tom, the one turn that it's going to let you attack, and you miss. And now you're just mocking me by using an attack that's literally called Missed. Protect, scum! Oh, we've got some nice little musical end share relatings in the chat there. That's nice. That's cute. Oh yay, stockpile. Anyway, yeah, Jamie, don't expect to see your image change on the actual stream, because I have to clear cookies and stuff, but it might change for other people. I don't know. That doesn't mean that it hasn't changed, it's just we'd have to refresh the page and also clear a bunch of other settings and stuff, so it probably will have changed if you just changed it. So, I'm just going to assume that it's fine. Also, apparently we only have 3 viewers because people have gone off to exchange songs and stuff. And I've been left all alone with my 4 viewers. This is... Tess commentates numbers of the stream. Come on, Soupy Tom. Finish the arse with some wetness. Witness the wetness. Well, I shall try that just for shits and giggles. So, highlight Jamie's name. There you go, it changed. There you go, there's proof. It's the old Eurovision Ireland heart. Are you proud of yourself? Yay, Elliot's still here. Oh, Alphon, well, okay. See you when next I see you then. The weather has not exactly been conducive to decent commentary, and for that, I half apologise. And Hebo to you too. You can't fool me with your revolving doors. This isn't even how revolving doors work anyway. Why don't you just step over them? That's just obsessive. We've been going for half an hour. Oh my goodness, it's a stream. Now, what's the prize for this one? Oh joy, a magnet. I think that boosts electric moves, which I have one Pokemon that uses electric moves, and just stay up all night just this once. What's the worst that can? Okay, I'm not gonna actually tell you to do that because be healthful and stuff. Basically, just do whatever works for you. I'm not gonna insist that you stay up all night to watch because that would be a kind of arse thing to do. Now, is there another trick house? I doubt it because we've only done one gym. Yeah, he's just standing there. Okay. Oh, actually, that's... Ooh. Ooh, my brain. My brain did brainy things. I know I said we might be making progress in this stream, but denied. I just remembered we can go and do the second half of the abandoned ship now. And I just watched last week's stream before I started this one, and so I remember discussing Yuri's contest, and I still maintain I don't intend to join it, but it has my blessing. So you've got that at least. Now then. This is, like, I don't want to say I ship it, because that's not what this is, but, I mean, we have song exchanges, and it's kinda cute. I'm glad that I'm able to bring people together like this. Also, by the way, in case anyone who wasn't here earlier missed this announcement, after the stream, I will be setting up a YSC Discord server, so keep an eye on my Twitter for that. But I think everyone who's in the chat at the moment follows me on Twitter, so... it's a thing that I will create and post about, and actually, I'm probably going to do an update video for the YSC after the final of this edition anyway, because I have been considering the possibility of changing the contest so that it's only once every 2 months, because, like, in September, well, start of October, I'll be going back to university, so I may not have time to do the YSC every, 10 months out of 12, so I may have to shorten it, so I'll make a video discussing that, and I'll also advertise the Discord server. Oh, and maybe you should get a Twitter, but maybe not. But the thing is, I can't post a link to a server that currently doesn't exist, but it will exist by the time the stream's over, so... I'll mention it in next week's stream as well, and you'll find it through that. Well, I mean, that depends on whether or not you have Discord, actually. But still. And what's really good is, Discord, they have so many chat icons. They have a whole bunch of flags, including Orland and Antarctica. I feel so validated. I don't want to call them emoji, though, because I fucking hate the word emoji, but still. They have the Antarctic flag, and I feel so represented, even though the abbreviation they use is AQ, and I use AC. Even though, I don't know, there's probably some other country that uses AC as their country code, and they're just like, oh my god, why are you using it for Antarctica? That means air conditioning. But no, I refuse to use AQ because it's Antarctica. Steel Wing. The one time that it did me good and it still wasn't effective. Well, that's basically the idea, Jamie. I just don't like the word emoji because... fucking emoji. Okay, Anton. Well... good night, then. May you dream of Danish things like bacon and Lego and mermaids and Jesus. Because Jesus was Danish, you heard it here first. As if there was any... just in case anyone wasn't aware of my ability to history, we now have further proof, because... Jesus was Danish. Stream water. Hail hydration. Well, that was a really good call for this fight, because... flyingness. We can kill the bug people. Also, my knees are starting to hurt because I've been using them for 35 minutes. Yeah. Danish Jesus prototyped Lego using bacon. And that's why we all love bread. After this stream, Sebastian. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but I think that was before you arrived. But that is a thing that I shall endeavour to do. Fucking protect! Mew. How dare you PP stole me? How dare you stole my PP? Pokemon strategies. They are a thing that strategize. Yeah, you tap that cherry, Soupy Tom. Kinky. We see, now I want to go back go back to the Pokemon Center and re-heal up just so I can get that PP and HP. I want to get my PP back up on stream, okay? Is that a crime? Well, I mean, it depends on the website, I suppose. I'm down to 2 viewers and one of them's probably the one that, like, the one that's streaming the chat box. But yes, Polish Jesus, Michał Szpak, and then there was Austrian Hat Jesus in 2015 as well. I still don't see the appeal of the Make Mixes song. The nicest thing I can say about it is it's a cheese pizza. You may well be, Jamie. You may well be. Except I'm here as well, so you're not alone. We're in this together. All that you want is right here forever, and they don't need to know. They don't need to know. They don't need to know, Jamie. That was entirely called for and very necessary. Maltese Jesus. More like Maltesus. Am I right? Beep boop. Now, are we talking about Irolosco herself? Or her dance person? Or that cosplay she did of Holly from Red Dwarf? Or what? Yeah, Mudshot. What's the worst that could happen? Where are you going with this, Jamie? Ah, my nose. Ugh. Soupy Tom, just get the damn level up. Ice beam. Ah, I mean 2014. Good times. I remember 2014 like it was 2 years ago. Because, you know what? That wasn't funny, and I shouldn't try to pretend that it was. Knees. Ah. I just heard something click in my knee. Also, Soupy Tom is finally going to evolve. Jesus. All of the Jesuses. This is just Jesus the stream. Finally. Good grief. It's only been 15 weeks. And surely not. Surely not, Sebastian. Don't mind me just having some more stream water because I needed it. I needed to moisten my throat. And hang on. I had to recalibrate my knees again. Oh god, that is actually legitimately painful. Ah! Ow. Having to sit in weird angles just so I can stream. But I'm gonna lead with Freddy for a while because I feel like he's not that far from evolving as well. And I want my team to at least look intimidating because we're cute. Oh, welcome back, Alphon. Soupy Tom just evolved. Oh, for fuck's sake! Why is it that these broadcasters always let football take precedence over Eurovision? That's just silly. Or sports in general. I don't discriminate, or I don't discriminate with my discrimination. But that's tragic. And what about the Czech Republic? What's their excuse? Because they qualified and okay, my right knee really is giving me some trouble here. Ancient power, terrible idea, but I'll use it anyway. Oh, it worked. But yeah, Croatia, they come back and do decent. Like they come back and qualify. The Czech Republic qualifies for the first time, and they're both like, nah. Like, why? They both sent good songs and did decently-ish. But don't leave. These are both countries that I like. And clearly that's the only determining factor as to whether they're eligible for Eurovision or not. Beep boop. That's entirely necessary every time I encounter a Goldeen. Yeah, Metal Claw. When if Steel-type moves served me wrong, am I right? Tee-hee. Pee-hee. That happened. I don't understand the purpose. I've mentioned this in another stream. I don't understand the purpose of the moves Mud Sport and Water Sport apart from to just sound like they're referring to bodily functions. Because Mud Sport's a ground type move, but ground types are immune to electric attacks. And Water Sport gets rid of, well, it weakens fire type attacks, but if you're a water Pokemon, why would you be worried about fire types anyway? Because they do so little damage to you. I don't know, I'm sure the metagame strategy people have worked out something for it, but still. No, my god, Missy, I would say how many Pokemon have you got, but you just said right there you have 4. Dig onto the beach ball, mouse. Kill it with digging. Oh, and it has rollout, that's a good time. Fucking bubbles! Is everyone still having a good time, by the way? And I don't want Checky to withdraw, we just got them back. And in fact, when they came back to the contest, they were like, okay, we're in it for good, we really want to do well now that we're back. And so that would be like really counterintuitive to say, okay, we're back, we qualified, and we're leaving. Like, Czech Republic, no! This is not how you do. So basically, no one is allowed to leave. As it is, I'm sort of bemused with Slovakia's excuses for not coming back. Although I think they haven't given a statement on this year, but just generally they're like, oh well, it's attractive, but at the same time, just shut the fuck up and come back to the contest. It's fairly cheap publicity. Like, for the likes of, I'd say, depending on, like, certainly for, I'd say, British viewers, but with the asterisk that, like, by that I mean, if we're talking American viewers, they wouldn't know where any European countries are anyway, but, like, if it weren't for Eurovision, British viewers wouldn't even know that San Marino and Montenegro exist, or where Slovakia is, or that Slovak is even a language. So, withdrawing from Eurovision, kind of asinine in my opinion, but, I mean, you know, clearly I'm not a... Clearly I'm not an expert, otherwise I'd be in charge of their channels, wouldn't I? Okay, now, this fucking puzzle, I forget what the right answer is. Okay, so there's that up there. So, you will have seen invisible floor items, they twinkle when you enter a room, and then there's no sound from thereafter. Well, there's at least one room in here where like the floor is literally covered in them, and you have to find out which one is the actual item you're looking for. So this is fun. Okay, there's 2. One up there, one over there. Okay, yeah. So there are fake shiny things that are just like, it's bright and shiny, but it's trash. Leaning about geography. Just getting a map of the world and then just reclining against it. Once again, this is me affectionately poking fun at typos rather than saying, oh my god, you misspelled a thing, therefore you're the worst person in the world, oh my god. Fucking rain dance, why would I want this? Also, can any of my freshly evolved Pokemon learn Psychic? I doubt it, but still. Yeah, no. Tragic. Oh well. Yet, Eurovision is so informative, and yet their broadcaster's like, nah. Why would you nah? Why would you nah? Bin. Why would you... Okay, another question. Why would you just throw away the key to a room? That's just silly. Trash. Why could I walk through these chairs, by the way? Because I swear there is some game that uses this kind of this kind of tile-based graphical style where you can't walk through the back of a chair. So, I gotta look through this again. We've got... Okay, I memorized 2 of them. And I think so, Sebastian? I don't remember. If I did, it may have been a while ago. But at the moment, she's kind of busy with, like... Well, today she had, like, a pre-surgery thing, because she's having, like, spinal surgery at some point soon, so she probably wouldn't have the chance to vote in it anyway, so please understand. Also, I'm just walking around, just spamming day button, trying to find all of the trash. Just so I know for certain I'm not missing anything. Okay, there's one more. Is it here? Where is it? I don't think there's anything of value left in here, but still. I swear there's one around here as well. I've just missed it. Oh well. Jamie, I didn't realise you'd even gone, unless I did realise and just forgot. But still. So... Okay, I think I saw all of them apart from... Ah, right, okay, Jamie. Well... I would advertise yet again that I'm making a YSC Discord server, but I feel like everyone who's here already knows. And I hope so too. I don't remember when she's actually having the surgery, but today was like a pre-operation thing, and then I think she's going for it at like the end of September-ish? I don't remember. I should know and I don't. Basically she's been having like spine trouble, and she's been in a lot of pain, so she's going to get that sorted at long last, because she's been in a lot of pain recently, and she's been complaining about it, and rightfully so, because pain. Hello, Jamie, check your privilege. Eurovision is the reason that I know geography, so... Oh, that's so easy to misread as, I hope the Serhat surgery goes well. Like, she's getting plastic surgery to turn into Serhat. Bad idea. Nothing personal again. So that's the thing. Serhat is probably the nicest person on the planet, and we're all just like, not today, Serhat, not today. Okay, so we have to deliver this MacGuffin to the place of stuff, which just means going back into the ship, going back down, and then flying away, because we can't fly from in here, because even when we're outside, we're inside, because that's how... What does that even... where am I going? What is that even in reference to, Jamie? I'm presuming Discord, but I don't know. Also, I feel like I did know, and now I don't. What does the blue triangle represent in the Czech flag? Just low-key curiosity. Because I find it sort of easy to overlook the fact that it's the Polish flag but with a blue triangle, but I feel like that probably wasn't the intention, any more than the Georgian flag is just the English flag but with 4 mini English flags at each corner. Like, that's probably not what they were going for. Now, who's the important guy? Because you all, like, you literally all look the same because you have the same sprites. Hehe. I'm sure that was a beautiful sound for me to throw straight into the microphone there. Just, my inhibitions are uninhibited because I am too hot. Well, Indonesia is longer. If Ben were here, he would say so and criticize your face. And I actually learned from Discord that at least in the Discord set of icons, the Chad flag has like a slightly darker shade of blue. But I am somewhat offended that that Chad has, like, Chad probably had the flag first, but I'm just like, no, Chad, give Romania their flag back. Oh my god, you're so inconsiderate. Give them back their flag. Leave Brittany alone. Except this isn't Brittany we're talking about Romania. Where is Captain Stern? Is he in the shipyard? Because that would make too much sense. Because he has story reasons to be elsewhere. Is this you? There we go. Oh, duh, that's what this is. I forget what these do. Like, well, I know what they do. They evolve Clamperl into Gorbis and Huntail, but I forget which one does which. Ugh. I don't want to Google it mid-stream, though. Would someone mind Googling which one of these I need in order to evolve a Clamperl into Gorbis? I'm probably not going to do that on this stream, because I don't care enough, but I would rather have the one that gets me the Pokemon that I want. So, I could just Google it, but I'd rather have someone in the chat do it, because, yeah. I shall wait, and in the meantime, I will talk about interesting things, because that's what these streams are about. Is someone actually looking this up, or is this a fool's errand of me waiting here? What phone, Alphon? What phone? Someone else used their phone. Gorebyss. The pink one. Just Google these two items and tell me which one evolves it into the pink one. As I said, this really doesn't matter, so clearly I'm sweating the small stuff for no good reason. But, I don't know. Huh. So, do they just not like the blue one as much because it doesn't have as much flag, or what? Well, that's probably just me being like, oh yeah, that's totally not 1/3 the flag, and then it actually might be. But then again, if they wanted to represent 3 regions equally, they'd just have a flag like either the Netherlands or France. So, also, I do not know Bohemia was in the Czech Republic, but then again, I have a very tenuous grasp on geography, so. And so we wait for Jamie to Google a thing. Yeah, when it comes to the history of flags. Thank you, Jamie. And if it turns out you've trolled me, then I will be probably slightly peeved, but not really caring. Just as I recall, like, I prefer Gorbis, and I think it's better competitively, but I don't give a shit about competitive Pokemon. Anyway, the only flags that I know the actual history of, if memory serves, are Austria, which I mentioned in the last stream, which, as I recall, is like, some guy went to battle in a white coat and got covered in blood, then he took his belt off and there was like a strip of white coat underneath the belt that didn't have blood in it, and then they were like, oh, it's Austrian flag. And then there was, Denmark and Latvia, where it was like, oh, hey, Estonia, here, have this flag, yours sincerely, God, and they give them the Danish flag, and Denmark's like, no, we're having this. And then, okay, Estonia, we're gonna try again. Here, we'll have the same flag again, except with less white, because I'm running out of white paint. And then Latvia's like, I'm gonna have that, and then Estonia's like, huh, just give me a flag. And then Estonia just looked at, like, the horizon. They were like, oh, it's a blue sky, the black silhouette of a forest, and white snow, and we'll just use that as our flag. So I know that much, at least. Now, I have no idea where my next destination is, because whenever I play this game, I would just bumble around until I found where I was going. But I'm fairly sure there's, like, a patch of deep water somewhere that's not this one. And if we go down it, there's like a Team Magma dungeon, and we need to clear that first. Well, what do the colours of the Swedish flag represent, then? Blue because they think they're so special, and yellow because potatoes. And then Norway's just like, yo, we got a flag. And was that an intentional thing with Andorra? Are they just like, yo, we might as well be a combination of the two countries, so we're gonna be a combination of the two countries, yeah. Now, is there actually a way to cut across down here? Because I do not, for the life of me, remember how these underwater chambers work. Although I do appreciate that in this game down here, you can't run into Pokemon every 5 steps like you can on the surface. Like that. Oh, so it is just representative of, we're kind of like Poland, but also there's this. Oh, of course, Sweden is IKEA. Just, that's all. And I'd like to think that every time an English speaker says IKEA, then, just the collective population of Sweden just dies inside a little bit, because like, nee, det är IKEA! And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna call it IKEA. I know it's wrong, and I don't care. That's what we call it. This is how we do. Yeah, chilling like that. And then they changed it to something else again. Yeah, we've discussed the history of the Libyan flag on last week's stream, actually. Which was fun. Now, what's down here? Probably nothing. I feel like there's a trainer further south, and I kind of want to check that out, but at the same time, I don't want to get into more fights. I don't care about the pearls, the shards and the heart scales, but I do kind of want to get the pearls. Also, iron is useful. Well, yeah, I mean... Oh, but it sounds pretty, but I don't need it. I mean... We know the deal with the Slavic people because y'all know how to use your charming beauty. Now shake what your mama gave you. Clap your hands to this music. Oh, Simon, didn't realize you had a BF. Unless the BF is Colonel Sanders, and that's just code for you had KFC. I don't know. That's just me arbitrarily being mean for no good reason, but hello. For those who weren't aware, by the way, Simon was my Fire Sage in Master Quest. I don't feel like I've actually acknowledged that on this stream before, but there you go. In case you weren't aware, he is one and the same. He is the same as himself. Bacon. Oh. Now that's a cause I can get behind. Actually, the more I think about it, the more sense it makes. Stop making accidental sense. My brain is not comfortable with logic. I am a white male who is obviously threatened by change. Or some other self-effacing joke, I don't know. Beret, you have served us so well, and you may yet serve us really goodly in the next gym. I just don't remember when we get to it. Wait, But why does Azerbaijan care about their name in Arabic when they have their own kind of alphabet? Like, by that I mean, they have the Latin alphabet plus all the letters from Turkish, plus also the schwa. Which, I mean, props to Azerbaijani, or Azeri, I don't know which one the correct term is, for actually using the schwa in their alphabet. So, good for them. And to reiterate, I have no idea where I'm going. So, we've gone from, we might make progress this week, the stream, to, let's bumble around in the water, the stream. Maybe if we're lucky we'll run into a shiny Pokemon, but I mean, the odds of that are incredibly slim. Even with a stream series as lengthy as this one. And my brain is proceeding to crap out on me. I have no further words to say. Fun with flags. Oh yes. Oh yes. Although I don't much The Big Bang Theory, but that is the TV series, but my parents do, so I indirectly appreciate the reference. Yeah, I remember hearing about... See, this is the fucker that evolves with the deep sea thing. And I've already caught a Pokemon for this area, so... bleh. I'll get one from somewhere else. Yeah, I remember learning from Scandinavia in the World about the, Actually, can I be a cheeky little fuckface and... Oh, okay, that's sad. But yeah, I remember, learning about that from Scandinavia. I learned a lot of European history from Scandinavia in the World. So... Clearly the greatest export from Denmark ever. There is nothing here. Where do... What go? How this... Meow. Meow. And all the other words that you signed up to hear me say in this stream. Are my Pokemon even fully healed? Yeah, good enough. Just because if we're going into a dungeon that you can't fly to, it'd be kind of us to have to keep leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back every time I needed to heal, so... Just generically underwater, that's so specific game. Serbia 2009. They performed the Serbian version, but had choreography for the English version. That is my thoughts on Serbia 2009. I did like the song, though. So I thought it was fun. Although I think the English version was better because there was more variety in this, like, there was more song. And Jamie, that's surprisingly deep. But everyone else can look at the Irish flag and say, nah, it's green for carrots, white for milk, and orange for potatoes. And that's how the world will interpret your flag. So, looking back, I suppose the UK flag is sort of kind of shallow because it's just like, we're the UK. We're England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. So that's what we're going to have on our flag. Then again, it's still a little bit more imaginative than, like, Kosovo, where it's just, here's a map of Kosovo, and here are some stars. And then there's Antarctica. Here's a map of Antarctica. And that's just it, that's the whole flag. But St. Patrick was St. Patrick was the guy who brought the first potato seeds to Ireland in the first place. Jesus, Jamie, learn your history. I told you, I'm bad at this stuff. Who needs levels? Amir Obama. What would you rather they have then, Jamie? Just like the French flag, except the blue and the red are the colour of the Kosovo flag, like the blue part. And what would be the white on the French flag would be like the colour of the map of Kosovo, and there's just like a big old white star in the middle. There you go, Kosovo, I fixed your flag. Which just reminds me of Jack's films, just like, the dot on the Japanese flag looks like an exclamation mark. Yeah, I think the Kosovo flag's alright though. Not to incite any, like, really touchy subjects or anything. Well, I feel like the flag isn't so much what they object to so much as the area itself. Oh wow. I'm not sure what to oh wow at more, the bad Photoshop job or the symbolic reference to socialism. Oh, Poland, you are a country, and I think we've found our destination because there's this circular landmass that's underwater, so it's a wet mass, and no, it's not. Well, no, don't undive. Well, where am I going then? Is it this one? Or is it this one? So many wet rocks. We've found the place. Lowercase p, capital L, place. Well, there's the subtlety bubble. Well, we've found our destination and only 1 hour into the stream. I'm impressed with myself, honestly, because I was not expecting to get to this dungeon, partly because I didn't know what to expect, and partly because I forgot. Where... Are you serious? Fuck! Okay. Luckily, I have all my HMs with me because once you have them, you can't get rid of them. I forgot that I thought this would be something like the Lily Cove base. Oh, fucking Jamali. Ugh. Is it a reference, Jamie? I thought you were just getting really passionate about your flag for a second there. Well, not your flag, the Polish flag. Your local Polish flag. This is my own stupid fault, I know. But then again, Metal Claw has seriously not served me any martinis, so I'm gonna get rid of it, because it is just, like, I would rather just do this here and now. Yeah, it's weaker, but at least, yeah, nipple. Just, I don't want to have to go all the way back to get Petra from the PC, and then have to lose 2 team members to get to this dungeon, so... Plus, I mean... Yeah, Metal Claw is technically stronger than Rock Smash, but it's never effective. It's never effective. So, who's leading the team at the moment? I want to say it's still Fredo Bean. It is. Ooh. Ooh. I'll lead with Amir and see just how badly we get creamed. Teehee. I'm just lost staring at the chat there, just like, is that get good, comma, nipple? Or is that just, like, statement of intent, get good nipple? And, yeah, I can support this. Bhutan, just mad flag swag. Because it's a fucking dragon. And also, right, no, not Bhutan. The name for Bhutan in, I believe it's called Dzongkar, the language of Bhutan, because Bhutanese is something else entirely. But anyway, the name for Bhutan in the local language literally translates to Kingdom of the Thunder Dragon, and if you don't think that's awesome, then who are you? As a perch, normal, yay. Normal, yay. Normal, yay. Careful there, she dragon stud normal. That wasn't funny. So clearly, if I point out that it wasn't funny, that immediately makes it funny. What I've been referring to, at least since Master Quest, as Deadpool's law. But yeah. Bhutan. Just... What makes Bhutan especially cool is they're cool without even consciously trying. Like, they're just doing them. And Bhutan doing Bhutan is cool. I don't even know where Bhutan is. They're just they know how to run a social media profile, but on a national level. I'm not gonna do it. I keep wanting to use Steel Wing, because I keep wanting Steel type to be effective for me, and it never is. Tap the cherry. Now, I feel like I should like the Cambodian flag, just because it's so detailed and it has pretty colours, but I just looked at it and it does nothing for me, so I don't know what the deal is. Huh. I don't know why, but I feel like it's further east than I was expecting, but I don't know where I thought it was, so... And for that matter, where is Nepal? Because I know it's kind of in that general area, but... As we know, I'm bad at the geographos, so... I haven't had my bowl of geographos this morning. I'm gonna wreck your shit with a Steel Wing and it's gonna be ineffective. Just like always. No. No. See, I want Amir to gain levels, and he actually is. We're finally... Thank you. Thank you all of you. We're finally in an area of the game where we can actually efficaciously grind for levels, and for fuck's sake with the confused raid. Who do you think you are? I'm gonna have to turn around because I'm having to sit at a weird angle and my neck is starting to get sore. Now this is just the stream where Tess does like reverse acupuncture or something. Really? Stop being arse to yourself, Tom. I said stop being arse to yourself, Tom! Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I would have known that, but I've just never taken the time to think about it, so... Seriously? Seriously? Hanging on with one fuckle of hit pointery. And I don't trust Tom not to die this turn, so... Freddy. You served us well in the 5th gym, you'll serve us well now when we only need to... Well, shit. Tap the cherry! That's terrible, Sebastian, and you should feel ashamed. But yeah, I studied Spanish for 4 years, I think. 2 in high school, 2 in college. Yeah, 4 years. Okay, I did not mean to do that, but useful anyway. Fucking! This game was Mengu system, I swear to fuck. Okay, take 3. What are you holding? A nugget! I meant to sell the pearls! Ah! I'll just use up the last of my potions then. But yeah, like, sometimes I even think in Spanish, so... Or, well, specifically Castilian, because I know for some people that's a point of contention, but... Okay, now Cape Verde or Cabo Verde or whatever it is, I feel like that's fairly obvious. And then there's Côte d'Ivoire, but people call it the Ivory Coast anyway, and there's Timor-Leste or East Timor, because people can never make up their mind what to call that either. And Sebastian mentioned it just as I'm talking about it, because like I was just staring at the game. And, okay, because I don't know exactly this. Like I'm not good with geography or history or politics. I'm just aware that there are some that are like, yeah. I suppose it's probably the same kind of sensitivity as like describing a Scottish person as British. I feel like they wouldn't get that offended, but at the same time they might. So I don't know. You know, I feel like most people like outside of Spain probably don't know the distinction anyway. Like the closest you'll get to someone, "Hey, Joth is here." I feel like the closest someone would make to like making the distinction between the Spanish is like if you ask like an American or a South American or well, a North American or basically if you ask any American, be they from the North or South continent, they'd probably be like, "Oh, there's more than one type of Spanish. Oh yeah, because European Spanish and Latino Spanish." Or like that's what they'd say. Like they wouldn't realize you've got Castilian, you've got Catalan, I think, Asturian, I think. There's I don't know if Janito counts as an actual, like, as a thing. Because all I know about Janito is it's more of a dialect, really, and it's kind of slightly Castilian, slightly English, and slightly, what's that other one called? I think there's either Asturian or another one that begins with A in there, and possibly a little bit of that one that Monegasque is a dialect of. I don't remember what it's called, though. Because Monaco, kind of similar story. They have, I don't know if it counts as a language, but they have their own accent, well, dialect at the very least, and it's like, oh, current puzzle. But you lovely people know I'm not good with current affairs. Well, if you say them in Spanish, I could probably, like, translate them for the lovely people. No promises, but I can try. Is there even a solution to this puzzle? Goddamn. Oh, yeah, that way. No? Yes? Yep. We did it. But chances are, if it ends in ANO, that probably ends in IAN in English, so... Oh, Simon. Do. Well, what is fun though is okay. So we've got I believe right. We've got Catalan, Valencian, Basque, and I think it's Galician. I think that's what they call it. Something like that, anyway. Because I think it. Galician is like the Spanish bit that has Celtic heritage in the same way that what's it called? Is it? There's Breton anyway. They speak it in probably Brittany in France, and that's some kind of Gaelic as well. So, yay! All of the Gaelics, because that's what Simon's here for. Too soon? Never too soon for a... Okay, maybe. Anyway, healing. Healing because we have fights ahead. Now, has there ever been a Eurovision song in Silesian? I don't know how you'd say the S in English, but... Yeah. By the way, yeah, JB, like, country names not in English, like, in what sense? Like, native names for countries? Like, Deutschland and Sverige and Norge and Denmark and the rest. Polska, Chorvatska, if I can do the H properly, Serbia, Slovensko, I think, Italia, España. I've never been sure of what the Portuguese name for Portugal is, but I feel like it's just the same, but pronounced Portuguesely. Alba, Era, Camru. Don't know how you say Northern Ireland. Is there even a Northern Irish? Teehee. I'm funning. And there's, like, Faroe? Faroese is beyond me. There's Eastland. Well, there aren't that many, and it's more fun to try and decode other languages as names is, so I'm doing a thing that's more fun, so shut the front door. Russia. Probably... I think Belarus is probably still just Belarus, or something like that. Azerbaijan, I think, is the Azerbaijani name for Azerbaijan. Who would have thought? Hayastan, Elada, Kypros, Malta, San Marino, San Marino, Tsurnagora, Macedonia. It sounds like I'm ordering like a really, really, really weird Chinese takeaway. That's just the list of European countries in different languages. France, how could we forget France? Luxembourg, Liechtenstein. And then there's bloody Switzerland, who has to have 4 different languages. Swiss, Schweiz, Svizzera, and Svizzera, which is Romansh. I'd like to think that I inform and entertain. Also, this is meant to be a boss. So I feel like I've missed like half this dungeon, which makes me slightly sad, but at the same time I don't remember. I don't want to have missed out on training opportunities. This could just be a mid-boss for all I know. Also, this place doesn't seal itself off, but the training opportunities do. Must you swagger? Belgique, Belgique. I feel like I'm the only person doing this now, and so I'm sort of out of place for... And how the fresh hell do you pronounce that? I'm really trying to get your mileage out of the 2 vowels that exist in the Irish alphabet there. Don't mind me casually throwing shade. I couldn't even attempt that, just... I know Irish is crazy. Or Irish Gaelic, if we're going to be specific. Because I feel like I should be able to speak Scots Gaelic, and I just can't. Because it's in my heritage. But all I can say in Scots Gaelic is Alba Gubrath. Which, I mean, who doesn't know how to say that? I don't know why, but just seeing it spelled like that specifically, Tushkart. I feel like that was... I accidentally slipped into a racist Irish accent there, and I apologise, but just Tushkart. That makes me giggle. I'm just going to assume I got it right and then move on with my life. But it just reminds me of... I believe it was another Jax Films thing. There was something from Your Grammar Sucks that was something like Tush that booty dirk unf ugu. Which is now I'm forever going to headcanon the way the Irish language works. I need to stock up on soda pop at some point. Do ho ho. Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler. Merry Chisholms. This fucking puzzle. Okay, I feel like this shouldn't be that difficult. I just need to puzzle it out in my head, because this is failable, but not permanently. Antarctica. Wait. Where is the tan? Okay, now, don't mind me just staring at these boulders. I'm trying to visualize how to solve this puzzle. Because we need to have those side bits free, really. I think... just... wild encounters getting in the way, but I think I have a solution to this puzzle. So if I completely balls it up, then don't mind me. And also, French phonetics, the funnest system of language to mispronounce words in, because French, half the vowels are read like shit, the other half aren't read at all. As a partial, like, as someone who is partly French, I can confirm this. Toot hoop! And why would looking at my Pokemon tell me what TM that was? 26, I believe it was. That is... Ooh! Hello there. Ooh. Also, this year's YSC, by the way. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I could give that to Cleo, just to give her more type coverage. I could give it to Soupy Tom and replace his, I forget what the name of the move is at the moment. It's like Mudshot or something. But part of me thinks Freddy might be able to learn it after he evolves. So I'm going to hold on to that for the moment. And this is looking very much like the right way. So fun times ahoy. Well done, Jamie. Well done. You done goofed. It's Groudon. I forgot you were here. Hey, Maxie, can we fight? I need levels. Oh, this reminds me. I saw it was either a Twitter post or a Tumblr post where someone was saying how they'd taught their 3-year-old daughter to just, instead of saying look, just say behold. And so, while they're out in town, their daughter will just randomly be like, Daddy, behold. Oh dear. Level 41. We might be a little bit fucked. Well, that was a key change if ever I've heard one. Good boy. Do your best, do your best, do it every day. Do your best, do your best, do it every day. Oh, this might not go very well. Steel Wing, that never. Yeah. Oh, and Swagger as well, just for good measure. I'm just afraid of death, you see. Don't bad. Don't bad, Obama. Obama, don't bad! Well, at least it's dealing with itself slowly as well. Don't do it, Obama. Thank you. Ooh. Well, that's put me in a prime position to do some heal times, and I still don't have goddamn milk. But we do have lemonade. And round the corner, fudge is made. I made a poop joke. Carlos is back, hello. Of course he'd use some super pot on your dog. And it's all come full circle, we're back to punching puppies. And you missed, you dumb shit. You dumb shit, everything's coming up, Millhouse. Wow. Yes, tap the cherry. We are successful. I was not expecting this. Oh, you dumb shit. You dumb shit. This is why I chose, well, partly because Mudkip is my favorite Hoenn starter, but also, this is why I chose Mudkip in Pokemon Ruby. Get moistened, you fuck pancake. Quad weakness. Oh! This is going well, he says, just as people catch on to the animal cruelty. You know I only mean well. Crobat. We have Ice Beam. Now, a thing to consider. Crobat. Like, Golbat can only evolve into Crobat with high happiness, which means that Maxie must really treat his Pokemon well. Either that or he just stole this one. Which would... Like, how shit would that be? To be a Pokemon that evolves based on happiness, and then to be either kidnapped or traded away by another trainer. Like, how much would that suck? Like, I exist because I love my trainer. My trainer hates me. Okay. Oh, Crobat, you're going to die. Maybe not this turn. Maybe not next turn. Probably this turn. Why? Why is this? Like, we were absolutely steamrolled by the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th gym leaders. But we have no trouble cleaning house with the evil team. Like, the crime syndicate that's trying to take over the region. We can roll up and toss them aside with total ease. But we struggle with gym leaders. So, why aren't the gym leaders taking on this international terrorist organization? God damn it. And why call us? I have no idea what you're implying. I'm playing on a Game Boy Advance, of course. Or something that can run a Game Boy Advance game anyway. Which could be a DS. That's as specific as I'm getting. Oh, by the way, in case it offends people, I pronounce it Groudon. And there have been many nyas in this stream, JB. Go back and watch the archive. I have been nyaing Nye constantly. Oh yeah, the apocalypse. We get to play through the apocalypse before they take on the last gym. Oh, hello, Archie. Now, do you know how many years it took me to realise that Team Magma is run by Maxi, and Team Aqua is run by Archie? It took me a while to realise they had the same first initials. It's warm. And now, here we have an accurate representation of the weather in Britain right now. Oh yeah, just nonchalantly, oh yeah, the apocalypse. Now, I've heard some people pronounce it Groudon, but I pronounce it Groudon. Because I used to pronounce it Groundon until I realised there wasn't an N in there, so... yeah, I call it Groudon. I think we all are, Simon. And hang on. Archie, Maxi, where did you go? This is a circular sandbank. Where the fuck did you run off to on foot? I'm hungry now. Ugh. See, look, this is a circular landmass, and they just ran off upwards. Also... Hoenn map, here we go. Because I swear, this particular sandbank just disappears after this point in the game. But apparently not. And yeah, I'll vote in your national final after the stream as well. I just want to see what's down here. Because... protein! What can I get rid of so I could have my protes? Well, I'm gonna give this to Beret. Just for a moment, so that I can grab this. Well, it's because we constantly have music going in the stream, and then the game's like, no, you're going to have story times. Now, I can reclaim this. By the way, given that this is, I think, one of 2 Pokemon regions where Dive is one of the Pokemon League's HMs, and the only region where it's outright required for story purposes, you would have thought that the people of Hoenn would just be like, oh, it's the hot apocalypse. How about we all just use Dive, because apparently we can just infinitely breathe underwater. Now, I'm going back to Mossdeep, partly because I could just never leave, apparently. I just keep going back here. But, first of all, heal up my pokes. Then I want to check, because I did mention earlier in this stream, at some point you can get a free Pokemon from Steven, and I can't remember if that's now. It's either now or after the next gym. And so it'd be nice to... yes, Jamie, Hot Pocket Lips. Is it now? This isn't even the right house! What game after this series? That's a good question. I'm probably going to go back to Steamy, Streamy Wednesdays, so Steam games. I haven't picked anything out specifically just yet, though. But there will be more games after this one, but probably not as... like, we won't have another long-haul project like this for a while, so... it's going to be games that take like 2 or 3 weeks to complete instead of like 20 billion. I'm selling my pearl. I'm sure Joth will react to that somehow. And my big pearl as well. Wha. Anyway, I've not picked anything out specifically, but there will be other stream times beyond this one. I'm not even sure when I'm going to finish this series, by the way, because maybe just when I defeat the Elite Four. Maybe I'll... Hot Pocket and Lips. Or Hot Pockets and Lips. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I don't know when I'm actually going to end this series. It's probably, like... Obviously, I'm going to go until I defeat the Elite Four and the Champion. But I don't know if I'm going to do stuff beyond that. So if anyone has any suggestions as to things that I should do, then please do say so as far as what I should do after this. Well, what I should use as an indicator as to when to end this series. Anyway, next step in this procedure, I'm going to nip over to the top of Lily Cove department store and stock up on healing. Just healing. And after that, I'm going to end the stream because I feel like there is music, but it's really quiet. Because I know there is, like, apocalypse music for this part of the game, but I don't remember. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to stock up on healing items, and then we will end this stream because it is too warm for such shenanigans. So, is everyone having a good time? Has everyone enjoyed this stream? Has this been an agreeable set of circumstances? This is going to take a while. But I suppose I should commence outro kind of times, because I've been, and will continue to be, tessellating hexagons, and this has been a stream, and I'm assuming that's, yes, good times were had, in which case, thank you, Carlos, I'm glad. Oh, I'm glad that I can be so very entertained. And yeah, so voting people's national finals is, if you're that way inclined, if you're in the YSC way, and once I've done this, I'm going to set up the YSC Discord server as well, so I'll tweet about that after the stream. I don't even know how many of these I'm getting or how many I need, but just don't mind me spamming the vending machine. And thank you to everyone who turned up, turn down, jump up, get down, pump up the jam, up, jump the boogie, etc. You know what, I'll go until I get a free thing. I don't know how rare that is, but I got it on stream before and I'm going to do it again. And that should be my indicator of how much money I should spend on this thing. It's nice to have situational healing so that I'm not overhealing every time I heal my heals. Ah, my he-beans. Well, this is a fun way to end the stream. I might spam a whole bunch of this off-screen. I don't know. But as I just said, you know what, I'll call this the last one then. So, yep, adio. Oh. Okay, 2 more soda pops and a lemonade, and then we will end the stream, I promise. So yeah, one last time, I have been, will continue to be, Tessellating Hexagons. This has been Pokemon. You've been lovely people as always, and I will see you in the next stream. So I suppose I should get on that ranty ass freshwater. Why the fuck not? Well, that was entirely necessary, Sebastian. So, there's the team, I am me, and I will see you in the next stream, and this was a very rambly outro. Goodbye, have a nice life, and various other rambly words that I can cut myself off.